Okay, let's rub our hands together. And I'm going to show you the fast way to tune in. And this is something that you can do when you're practicing by yourself at home and you don't want to do a long tune-in. So we're going to rub our hands together. We're going to do Om Namo Gurudev Namo. It's really fast. Let's do it. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And we're going to do the heart protection mantra fast. Inhale. Adgurename, Jugadgurename, Satgurename, Sri Gurudename. Adgurename, Jugadgurename, Satgurename, Sri Gurudename. Adgurename, Jugadgurename, Satgurename, Sri Gurudename. Inhale. Squeeze the energy up, pull it in and up, and receive energy coming through the crown. Pulling on the locks, feeling the energy rising up. And then slowly exhale the hands down. And we're going to do shoulder shrugs to warm up. So you're always closing your eyes. And you're always chanting a mantra. So this is taken off of the mat as well. When you're going in your life, you're always chanting a mantra. That's the aim. So, sa, na, sa, na. Close your eyes, stare at the third eye. Relax. Last few here. And now let's pull the energy up. So inhale deep. Squeezing on the root lock, the pelvic floor, the belly button, in and up. Look up, chin in. And then slowly release that lock of the belly, the pelvic floor, the breath. Relax, let yourself expand. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Okay, let's bend to each knee, down and up. See if you can go all the way down. And again, just close your eyes. Breathe through the nose. Follow your breath. So see how you're breathing right now. Do you feel like you're breathing deep? Do you feel like what sound are you making right now? It's so interesting to look at our sound. So are you breathing? Are you chanting? Or are you really in a lot of negative thoughts? What frequency are you emitting out into the world? You can go fast or slow, it doesn't matter. Deep breath in. Now you're looking up, you're pulling the locks, your chin's in, your tip of the tongue is the roof of the mouth. And then you release slowly. Exhale. Inhale. Just feel that energy starting to move through the aura. Hands on the shoulders, elbows go back. So sit up straight, chin's in, and start to twist. Left and right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Look at the third eye. Inhale sat. Exhale numb. Pull a little bit further around with the elbow. Breathe a bit deeper now. Last handful. Now let's inhale deep. Squeeze up. Exhale, release down. Inhale. Just see if you can notice your aura getting bigger, your energy field starting to build up, starting to expand. You're building your electromagnetic field. You're opening your aura, your universe. We are the universe, and we're starting to open it up. So there's going to be more great things happening in our life. The thing is obviously, how do we keep this positive, grateful, creative sound current in our brain, so that our brain will be like, oh, there's so much traffic, it's raining, and you'll start to look at all the bad stuff going on, and that reduces your energy, and it reduces your ability to manifest, to prosper. So the mantra, that's why we're chanting Sat Nam. So what's going to happen is you'll be washing your hair, you'll be thinking, oh, I've got to do this, and life is so hard. You're like, oh, Sat Nam, Sat. Like, it'll seriously come in. This is our prayer. This is our wish for you. So you start to hypnotize yourself into the higher frequency, and you start to go on your dharmic path. It'll become clear. A lot of women that I mentor that come to the retreats are, funny enough, at the moment saying, either I wish I know my purpose, I feel like I'm not in the right thing, I feel lost, or, they're like wishing they, and the other opposite thing is, I'm wondering what my purpose is. We had a beautiful woman come for the day spa retreat, and she, is a mom in Sydney, is not super like spirit, just living her life. And then she's like, I'm just suddenly thinking, what's my purpose here? What am I doing here? Am I here just to eat and feed my child and go to sleep and pay my bills? And she's like, I can't talk to my friends about this because they're not on the same wavelength. So I'm like, yeah, welcome to the spiritual family. Like, this is the kind of stuff that comes into our consciousness, because we're starting to clear the cobwebs, and then it becomes like, what am I doing here? And that's our wish for you to be on your mission, for you to fully get up and be like, I've got to go to that audition. I've got to create that thing. I've got to put the thing online. I've got to, and you're just wanting to share the energy and the soul that's incarnated into this physical body. This is what's happening to you, and it will keep happening in bigger ways where you just want to do your mission even more. So today we're going to do a Kriya, which is a meditation and a breath in a little soon. And this is actually considered the highest yoga, the biggest, most powerful meditation you can do. It's called Sodarshan Chakra Kriya, and it balances all your energy centers. So this is something that you could start to do for just 3 minutes a day if you want to just put this powerful thing in your life, and you could build it up to 11 minutes and it will change your life. It'll balance your energies out. So we're going to warm up a little bit more and move the energy, then we're going to go into that. Let's come into cat-cow. How exciting is this, that your dharma, your dharmic path, is just going to get clearer and clearer, and you're going to get more badass, more hungry to do it with the world, to share it with the world. Let's inhale into the heart. Let's exhale. There's no limit to how good life can get, how big we can get, how much we can serve. There's no limit. How exciting is that? Chanting Sat Nam in your mind as you breathe. Let's go a little deeper, a little bit more breath. And this is important. Come back into child's pose, hands together, rest. Inhale, exhale. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your nose. So your brain's getting a massive rejuvenation. What's happening right now is there's a war on our psyche, on our subtle energy. There's a very subtle war, and it's through technology, it's through information, it's through media, and it's beaming all this fear at us, and we become tired, we become confused, we become overwhelmed. So let your brain rejuvenate. Now the blood's going to go to the brain, your brain, and you'll feel that freshness, that ability to be able to discern what you pay attention to and what is absolute lies. It'll become very obvious because there'll be no energy in the broadcast. It'll just be like, that's dead, like that's hollow, that's fake, you know. It'll just become very obvious as we keep training, as we keep rejuvenating our brain. Just take a few more breaths. And make sure you've got your hands together, because that joins, it's so amazing. It joins the left and the right hemispheres of your brain together. Slowly come up. And as you amplify your energy, you take up more space, you will change out of the patterns you've been in for perhaps since you were 2 or 3 or 7, because when you're 0 to 7, that's when the patterns go into your subconscious. At 7, our consciousness shifts every 7 years. So when you're 7, you have a consciousness shift. Before that, you are like a sponge and you're very malleable, taking in the patterns from your parents, taking in the indoctrination from the TV or the schooling system, and we are reprogramming it, and we are choosing the program that we want to run ourselves. You will notice a lot of people have the block of literally apologizing for being alive. You know, they'll, oh, sorry, you know, and it's just like they are apologizing for being alive because at some stage something happened, whether it was like super harsh or you know, not that, it was just like someone wasn't there for their birthday, or something just, you know, went on, and the lunch money was stolen by the kids at school, or something just happened and they got wounded, and they are feeling like they have to apologize for being alive. And this comes out in playing small, it comes out in people pleasing, it comes out in saying sorry, it comes out in kind of not taking up too much space. So when we do these things, especially this, what we're doing now with Sodarshan Chakra Kriya, it just like clears all this stuff out. And then you start to, you'll literally, your face, like my face has changed, your face starts to change because your face holds you, what's going on in you. The face can't lie. The face is holding what goes on inside of yourself. Are you angry? Are you pissed off at life? Are you bitter? You know, we just had a retreat guest, and he said, resting bitch face, like he was laughing. He's just saying that there's actually like a, you know, and so this, your face gets, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want to get locked into a pose and, you know, get into our 40s, 50s, and then be just into that pose. You see a lot of people. So we're breaking all this stuff out. And so that you can then, you'll notice, you'll walk into the party and you won't feel like that feeling of, oh, I'll place, you know, oh, I've got to protect myself, and I'll kind of, you'll just be like walking in and you're like, wow, you know, and you don't even know what's changing, but it's like, it's a lifetime. Your whole like trajectory of your life has just changed. That's a Kundalini awakening, when you're going to do the pattern that you've been doing since you're super small. Maybe it's in your whole lineage to kind of act like that, apologize for being alive, and you take a breath, and this whole new energy is in you, and you're just behaving in a different way. This is so precious, and this is given also by divine prayer as well, by divine intervention. Our prayers, us doing this practice, us showing up to the universe, saying, hey, I'm hungry for transformation, universe. I'm here. I'm showing up every day. I'm doing it. Let's go. And then energy will come into you and things will happen, okay? Because we're the co-creator with this universe. If you're thinking, you know, I'm practicing, it's hard, it's taking years, am I going to get, like, you will have that life. But if you just practice going, hey, that's it, I'm just dumping heaps of stuff. Yeah, let's go. I'm feeling so much more energy and like, woohoo. That's what you get as well. Whatever you're putting, beaming out of us, like we are the broadcast, we're broadcasting a frequency, you're getting it back. So we may as well just think, hey, you know, wow, like I'm doing Dharma, like my hair's on fire, I'm so passionate, and I'm bringing that self to the practice. Things, you will just, like, miracles will be traversing through you all the time, because we're we are co-manifesting or creating. You have a role to play. You're not the victim, you are the creator. So if you're not getting the result, like whether it's the guy, whether it's the money, whether it's the health, whether it's, you know, the energy in you, whether it's the friendships, the common denominator is you. It's your own self-psychology. It's like, what thoughts am I having? How do I feel about myself? How do I feel about life? Do I feel like friendships are hard to make? Yeah, I do. Why do I feel like that? What the hell is this? You know, going into the neurosis that's going on inside of ourselves, creating the external environment. Let's come on to our heels, and we're going to get the spine moving with this exercise. Hands here in front of your knees, and we're going to do Swan Kriya. Breathe deep. Yeah, totally. This doing Dharma like my hair's on fire. This was actually said by my teacher, Guru Jagat. And it really shifted something in me where, you know, you get up, you're doing your practice, it's another day, you're just bitching about your problems, you know, just like, will I ever get there, you know? And I just heard her say that, and I'm like, yeah, why don't I just come at life with that badass? And that's really required to be successful. You've got to grab your success. You've got to go for it. You've got to pick up the phone, call those people for the audition, go and knock on their door. Hey, you know, get on your mat, do the breathing. You've got to grasp it. You have to go for it. Otherwise, the opportunity slips through our fingers. Opportunity is always there. It's just, will we show up breathing deeply with our heart, with our, you know, energy centers open, showing up for the person who's going to sponsor us, showing up for, you know, the live interview that's being on offer that we could miss or not, showing up for the soulmate that's, you know, around the corner right now, and we're going to breathe in and show up and feel like we deserve this. You know, it's so grasping success with both hands. You have to think like that to really get to where you want to be. It can't just kind of be like, oh, I'll just kind of dabble and, you know, I'll do a little course here and there, you know, like that's the amateur way. So let's put our hands here. And it is challenging. That's why everyone's not doing it. But there's no other way. Let's go. Inhale, exhale down, inhale up. Pull the head back, inhale into the throat to open the glands, open the neck. Breathe deep. Let's go with this. Let's do Dharma like our hair's on fire, because it's so precious. This life is so precious. It's just makes me, yeah, it just makes me You know how we're stuck in all of our suffering, and we're just, like how many people are here, oh, the rain's coming again. I just thinking, look where we're living. We're living in Australia. There's a beach right here. It's fresh air. We get a latte down the road. We're driving vehicles. We can actually go to a doctor. I mean, I'm not endorsing going to the doctors. It's so we are going to die someday. It could be in 6 months. Honestly, my teacher just gone in like only 5 months ago. She was about 40 years old, not old at all. She did huge things. She's gone. It'll just go like that. And I know we say it, don't we? But when will we? We have to bring this urgency to our life, not in a fear-based way, but in this is very precious. We have the highest incarnation if we're born a woman. We are here for a dharmic, for a purpose, to share a unique frequency with the world. We just got to get out of our own way. We are the one blocking it. No one else is blocking it. No one. It's not your boyfriend. It's not your parents. It's not the government. It's not, there are things that do hurt us and do piss us off. And, but it's you. It is you. Whatever results you're not getting, you are the common denominator. We have to own that. We can't go to the doctor anymore. We can't go to the psychologist anymore. The shrink, the this, the that, the pills, the this, just giving our power away. We are the power. We are the God in the physical body. We are the creators as women. We got to own this. It's been completely weaponized against us. It's been inverted to say you've got to have big lips or big boobs to be worthy. It's like a joke when you see this conditioning. And then you can be you. That is the gift that we're hunting for. That is the ultimate gift. It doesn't take anything. You just got to remove all the conditioning. You being you, walking down the road, giving your soul to people is the medicine. It's the most powerful, and it's so powerful. That's why there's so much war frequency to hypnotize you out of that, and to think you've got to get all the stuff, pump the thing into your body, get the right brands, get the right stuff to be enough. So this is the whole game that's going on. So hoping that is clicking in, so that the bad feelings inside of us, looking in the mirror and going, oh my God, it's fake. That's the fake conditioning. And I know it's challenging, like you got to clean it out of you. We're all doing it, but I'm here with you doing it. We all feel it. But they'll get to a point where you've done the meditation, you've done the stuff, you're listening to the mantra, and it doesn't actually, don't think I've got to put another layer of makeup on. I've got to do the thing to be good enough. It won't even be there. Let's bring our hands flat on the mat. We're going to come into triangle pose. Let's walk the feet out. Breathe nice and deeply through the nose. Open the back of the legs. Open the right side of the body. And then the left side of the body. Take a few more breaths. Now, we did this before. Remember, Bryony, you've done it before. We're going to build our strength and our fire. Just for a minute, we're going to bend the elbows down and inhale up. Exhale into triangle. Inhale up. Don't curl the toes under. You leave them and just keep going. Breathe through the nose. See how many you can do. Big breaths through the nose. Feel that fire, feel that passion, feel that doing Dharma like your hair is on fire. Feel that flame igniting in your body, in your soul, in your heart.
Guru, Guru, Ahe Guru. Guru Ram Das Guru. Guru, Guru, Ahe Guru. Guru Ram Das.
Do your best, whether it's slow, whether it's fast.
Guru, Guru, Ahe Guru. Guru Ram Das Guru.
Last few.
Guru, Guru, Ahe Guru. Guru Ram Das Guru.
And come into triangle pose or downward dog. Or rather, child's pose. Rest in child's pose. Or rest in triangle pose. Whatever you feel like doing. Breathe deep. Taking another breath. All right, we're going to do a breathing meditation now. This is a Kriya, so it's a whole exercise in one thing. It's a whole outcome in just one thing. So it's great to do every day. And it will really, I remember a great mentor, you know, all of us have trauma, all of us have a lot of trauma, and it's nothing to be worried about. It's good just to lighten it up, just to do your practice and just be clearing it out. Obviously, sometimes we need to be, you know, more serious about things, but just bringing this lightness and going, yeah, everyone's got trauma. It's not just like I'm trying to heal myself and I'm all screwed up or anything. Everyone has it. We know, we just got to rewire the brain stronger. We've got to strengthen the nervous system. We've got to clear the grief out of the heart. A lot of trauma gets stuck in the heart. So the heart gets blocked and it gets all heavy. And yeah, so that's all what we're doing. And I remember a great mentor saying, do Sodarshan, Chakra, Kriya. If you want to heal from, you know, whatever the thing is your thing, whether it was your mom, your dad, you know, one of them was like problematic for you, or something happened, or whatever the thing is, and you feel like, fuck, like I have an issue with men, or I have an issue with, you know, money, I have an issue with like this just like thing is just my problem in life, you know, and it's always linked to trauma. This is it, Sodarshan Chakra Kriya. It's one of the highest, let me just read it for you. And one of my mentors is like, do Sodarshan Chakra Kriya. And I always remember this, and she's exactly right. So it's the highest Kriya in all of Kundalini Yoga. And it can bring perfect purification to your chakras. Because it is a Kriya in which you will fill your lungs up and pump your navel against the filled lungs, it's also a resistance training exercise for your whole diaphragm. So it's a really good workout for your diaphragm and your lungs. It builds muscle tone and can improve your ability to make a complete exhalation. So I could read pages and pages. This is a very brief summary. So let's do it. We're going to cross our legs, spine straight. Eyes are looking at the tip of your nose.
So the eyes are open at the tip of, that means you just put your finger on your nose and look at the finger. That's actually looking at the tip of your nose. It may be too challenging to do that, but that's actually the correct position. Just try and look down as much as you can. And that's really good for your brain to focus on. So just do it. It'll be uncomfortable, but please just do your best. Open your eyes, look at the tip of your nose, lift your chest, and keep the neck lock applied. That just means you're not like that. You're not fully like this. It's just a little adjustment. It's a little slightly in, so the energy will flow up to your brain. We're going to block the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale slowly and deeply through the left nostril. Hold the breath and then mentally chant Wa He Guru. And you pull your belly in, Wa He Guru, 16 times. So let me count it for you. That's all it is. It's not complicated. Then we're just going to exhale through the other nostril. So it's just this. Have a look. It's hold the breath, and you're just pumping Wa He Guru, and you're chanting in your consciousness Wa He Guru. This is a total reprogramming of your psyche to birth you into who you truly are. What I just said, all the programming will get off your back, the father phobia or whatever the stuff is that's making you act like for a clear example, yesterday I saw Felipe coming home and I was like, oh my God, like, have I done, like, I'm aware of it. I'm like acting some behavior from my childhood. I'm like, I'm gonna get in trouble. And I was like grabbing the washing, and then I was like, hey, and I'm like, why am I even doing this behavior? Like, I'm aware of it. So I'm like kind of laughing at this childhood stuff. You know, I can see it. Before I used to think it's true. You know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble or whatever. You know, oh, is the thing right? And you know, it's just from your childhood. Maybe it was because your dad got home and then you got in trouble for something, you know, and like we're all stuck in these non-realities. So doing this you will see it. And then you can actually lie. You can even tell your beloved, hey, I'm feeling like this, like how crazy. And you can actually have, like, it may never fully go. You may just be seeing things, but it's not on your face and it's not controlling you. You're not scared of it. It's just like, oh, yeah, that's like from my child, like this is a behavior going on. I can see that, and ha ha ha, what a joke is that? It's not controlling you. And you can also tell your other beloved or your best friend or whatever, and it can just be like, that's how you communicate consciously and bring light to it and just laugh about it. And then, you know, perhaps they tell you, yeah, I got this thing that I'm scared of this or something. And then you're just like, oh my God. And you're just laughing. It's not like got a hold of you so that you are doing the behavior. Because how much do you see the people? It's very obvious. People, what is going, and you'll be able to know from these practices what's going on for them. Like, you know, if they're taking up a lot of space, if they're not taking up a lot of space, you can kind of know, like, oh, it's because in childhood their boundaries were totally crossed and they're behaving like that. Or, you know, you'll know stuff about people without even verbal communication. Their whole body language, the whole sound around them, their whole thought structure, the way that they, you know, maneuver through life, whether it's like super quiet, like hello, you know, or whether it's like, you know, like you can see what is going on inside that person from the way it's not verbal community, it's all non-verbal, the energy around them, the way they maneuver, what behaviors, what your beloved, if you're with someone, what they're doing, you can feel the vibes from what that's going on with them. It's most of life is para, it's not spoken. So this is a great thing to even just be getting into. It's a huge subject. People do PhDs in communication. It's what's going on, and this is a great thing if you're in acting. When I did acting in high school, it's your, you know, your body, like not what you're saying. And this is what's going on everywhere. If you're in a meeting with someone, if you're at dinner with someone, you can get messages from their energy. You know, you know how they're feeling. You can suss it out. You know by how they're eating. You are they on their phone all the time? And they're like, or like what's, you know, so delve into that. Have it, and then have a look in you. Be the scientist in you. Like, how do I maneuver through the day? Do I grab my bag and the place is still not cleaned and I'm feeling like I'm never getting there? Or am I like, it's so clean and it's just so organized and stale, and that's saying something about how I'm seeing life? You know, what are these patterns going on in you that's all in your psyche? That is how you walk into the room, how you greet people, you know, it's huge. How you're breathing, the sound of your voice, you know, the thought. The big one, just to be like, how am I thinking through the day? Am I thinking in scarcity? There's not enough time. Like things like, you didn't call me back. You're always looking for what's going wrong. That's what most people are doing. It's just, or you know, okay, yeah, what's happening to you? This is huge. And is there like a drama every day? Like that's a big one. A lot of us need like something to go on. We do actually, as a woman, need that kind of fix. Like we do need to, because we're very complex, we do need some kind of gossiping. It doesn't have to be like a toxic gossiping. It can just be like chit chat with your friend. You're, you know, did you see the thing over there? Yeah, what about the show? Did you la la la? And you need to just get it out. That's therapy. And that's really great if you're with a guy, you've already done all that, and then you go to him and you just want to like whatever, you know, make love or something, like you're not trying to chew his head off, you know. So see how it's like getting to know ourselves. What therapies do we need to be that open, clear, balanced channel to be able to serve people around us and not be the neurotic that's dumping all of our stuff and our patterns on people. So let's start this breath. We're going to inhale. You can bring this hand into Gyan Mudra. Inhale left, deep. Wa he guru, 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 wa he guru. Exhale right. That's all it is. Inhale left. Deep, deep, deep. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Exhale slowly and completely. Inhale left. Exhale right. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left.
Guru Ahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru, Guru Guru Ahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru, Guru Guru Ahe
Inhale left.
Guru Ram Das Guru, Guru Guru Ahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru,
Exhale right.
Guru Guru Ahe Guru,
Last one. Inhale left.
Guru Ram Das Guru, Guru Guru Ahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru, Guru Guru Ahe
Exhale right.
Guru Ram
Inhale
Das
both. Squeeze up.
Guru Ahe Guru,
Look up.
Guru Ram Das Guru,
Exhale slowly. Release the locks slowly.
Guru Ahe
Inhale.
Guru Ram.
Exhale. So we did that for a few minutes. Come laying on your back. You can just do that every day for 3 minutes. Just start with 3 minutes, and then if you want to, increase to 11 minutes. It says you can do up to 2.5 hours a day. I mean, you'd just be absolutely transformed yourself if you're doing that how much time. So just start with 3 and just put this in, and it's burning through. You'll feel that heat. It's burning through those bullshit patterns, those, passed down from your mom or your dad, or they didn't clear, or, it's controlling you. It's just going to clear out all the phobias, all of the traumas, and fully reprogram you. So lay on your back. And if you need any help with that, if you have any questions with it, if you're, about doing it correctly or anything, just reach out to me. Receive the healing now.
Close your eyes and rest comfortably for a journey. In your mind's eye, see the sun rise over desert mountains capped with snow. The orange and pink tones of the sunrise just hitting the desert floor. As the sun rises higher and higher, it illuminates the warm sand below. Lizards crawl on the floor of the desert. Tumbleweeds blow in the wind. The heat of the day makes everything quiet. The sun begins to sink low in the horizon and the blue sky turns red, purple, and gold. A chill descends upon the land, and nocturnal animals scurry out of their burrows as the sun slips beneath the horizon. Imagine yourself rising up, floating above the scene, and drift gently towards the coast. Now you are before a beautiful ocean. The smell of tropical flowers fills the air, and palm trees sway in the breeze. You float down to the turquoise waters, so close you can reach out and touch their beautiful blue and white foam on the beach. Your feet softly land on the warm sand as the waves crash against the rocks on the shore. Sunlight hits the ocean waves and glimmers like 1,000 diamonds. Seagulls surf the wind above you, and the tide recedes, and the waves get further and further away. You rise with the ebbing tide, float above the ocean, and travel inland to an ancient forest. Floating through the mist, you are now in a forest with a mossy floor, and around you are bare trees of all shapes and sizes. You feel the soil open and the scent of fresh earth reaches your nose. Buds appear on the trees, small, green, and tight. All at once, they burst open into the bright green of new spring and grow larger, deepening in color until all the trees are covered in green. The air cools and the leaves turn yellow, red, and orange. A cool wind picks up and the leaves dance down to the forest floor until all the trees again are bare. A gentle snow falls, covering the leaves on the forest floor and outlining the tree branches. The snow melts and everything sits in anticipation. through it all, your soul remains untouched, observing the divine play around you, but not of it. Timeless, deathless, eternal.
Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Roll your spine and cross your legs. Rub your hands together. And give yourself a prayer. Your hands on your face. Say a prayer for yourself. Press your palms together. Say a prayer for someone else. Put a prayer out for people who are really suffering, who are lost, who are stuck in that negative conditioning. And let's bless ourselves.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Last time, let's beam it out to the world, to Australia.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way
Try to release that nose. Open your throat. Take a deep breath in, squeezing in and up. And Satnam. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, especially about that meditation, it's so powerful. You know, if you want to make sure you're doing it properly or you have any queries, just reach out or pop it into the Facebook group. And as you know, our next gathering is in May, our physical gathering, which is so freaking awesome to be able to gather physically. It's the 28th, 29th of May for 2 days, 1 night. You can stay more nights if you want. And that's it from me. Our next class is tomorrow, Wednesday evening. And that's it. Keep up. Have a beautiful day. Watch those patterns. Chant a mantra. Play the mantras all the time and things will shift. Satnam.